Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing
Perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry.
That's really not what they were looking for.
Rich, a little bit of undulation change here at the opening hole.
The ball will be below the player's feet on this approach to the first green, so they need to take that into consideration. You might want to play for a little bit of a slice shot.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That might be one club too many.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I didn't think they'd be able to hit that from that lie.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. This is their 5th shot. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. That's well holed.
Luke, that had all kinds of ugly on that one. Not too sure how they're going to rebound from this one.
Currently at 2 over par. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par 5s, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
This shot from around 210 yards. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Not a bad play, that one. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Let's get back to it, shall we? What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 10 feet to the cup here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Just didn't drop. And that should secure the par on this one. Never. Where did that come from? That's not his style. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holding out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Sitting at 2 over for the day. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Great shot. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Come on, ball. Come on.
And down she goes, the long-range bomb. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. This one's for birdie. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
Going with the 5-iron here.
And wow, what an approach. That was a golf shot. Justin Rose may be feeling a bit of pressure in this rivalry after that performance.
Was on a good line. Putting for a par now. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Now 4 back after that hole. The 6th hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of 2 halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Going with the hybrid.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Good putters will make Rose.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shot.
We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Well, this one's going right at the flag. Oh, my. Right by the hole. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
They've got this putt to tie Justin Rose.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take him to 1 under. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Oh, so close. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4, starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
You like that, didn't you? Time for the second shot here at the 9th. Going with the 9-iron, I think. But not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. That'll sting a bit.
I think he gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
Oh, that's a clutch par. He's currently tied for 15th. And as we continue alongside the beach, the coastline here, it is a spectacular scene, the 10th, isn't it?
It certainly is. I don't know if I love any hole more at Pebble Beach than this one right here. You want to aim down the left-hand side, but avoid those big bunkers. And from there, you want to try and land it short of the green and bounce it on. Anything landing on the green, though, could go shooting over the green and into a nasty spot.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Just putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? An opportunity to make a par here. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Let's take a look at Justin Rose, shall we? Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. This looks to be heading to the green. Oh, that's a great shot and a birdie opportunity coming up here at the 11th.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances. On a nice line.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 2 under. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Come on, get down. Oh. Wow, from the tee no less. That's great stuff. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
That should find the surface. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Okay, steady now. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
He's got this for his par.
Yeah, nicely holed. He's currently tied for 9th. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
From around 120 yards here, just 3 strokes back.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Yep, that shot safely on the green. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. 7 feet to the cup. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. As we head to the 14th. I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Good play there, Rich. I like it a lot.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Here's Justin Rose. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Getting ready to play their third. 3 strokes off the lead. How close was that to going down?
Oh my God.
Time now for the 4th shot. 3 behind our leader. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
He's in a share of 9th place. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean. Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
That goes down for an eagle. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. Moments like that deserve another look.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
He's currently tied for 5th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Rich, the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any. Sitting at 4 under for the day, currently tied for 5th place. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
And Rich, I just keep watching this name moving north on the leaderboard. They're pulling out all the stops right now.
I tell you what, they're getting an awful lot out of their round. If the leaders aren't careful, this player could catch them.
Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Ooh, right by the hole. Putting for a bogey. He's currently tied for 6th.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf, Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of 2 greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And that will drop in for birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. This is Justin Rose. Yes!
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short 3rd shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
looks to be going with a hybrid here. This player's dialed in. What a shot. Oh, I love the look of that. Couple back, Rich, and had the courage to get after it.
Couldn't come at a more opportune time as well. Currently 2 back. Make the eagle, tie for the lead.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot.
So far, so good.
The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day. Rich, obviously close but no cigar, but you've just got to hand it to this player for making that final round charge.
It was impressive. From the very opening tee shot, this player was focusing on making birdies early and often. Unfortunately, not able to make enough today to get the victory. Still a lot of fun to watch.
On behalf of Rich Beem and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds ringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. Starting the round at even par.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Looks like this one's bunker bound. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
And a par putt awaits him. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Putting now for a bogey. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. If you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots, and now just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
That's frustrating. A par putt awaits. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And he's down there. You got to read?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
The par 3 4th at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Going with the 7. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Trying to get back to even par with this putt.
And this putt to draw even with Will Zalatoris.
Ooh. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. That was a gallant attempt. And this next putt, it's for bogey. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale, a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that'll catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished.
Wonderfully played. This shot from 120 yards.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind. Four right.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
This is what they have left for par.
Was on a good line. And the putt drops, but that's back-to-back bogeys now.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if the
2 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but the safe strategy lays back before them.
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
This is perfect. They can make great contact. You couldn't ask for a better sand lie here.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Looking really good.
Wow, that's classy. Good save from there.
Yeah, in the bunker, off the tee, great recovery.
Now 7 shots behind after that. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole. The bunkers, left and right of this green, ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
Should find the green.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
This putt for par here. That gets the job done.
Sitting at 2 over for the event. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Opting for the 6-iron.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Yeah, well played.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Just didn't drop. This next putt is for bogey. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Now 8 shots back after that hole. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4 measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. From around 170 yards here.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
I don't know if they meant to do that.
That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Okay, steady now. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Good shot there, Beamer. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back. 6 feet remaining to the cup. That's pretty tidy. They've held it. That's very gutsy.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. This shot was about 140 yards out.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Oh, so close. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Yep, you'll take that. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
The 12th for TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Opting for the 5-iron.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Getting ready to play their third. And here we are with their fourth.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And down it goes.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And it's more great play from Brooke Henderson. She's on top of this leaderboard.
The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your...
Going straight at his back.
Going with the 5-wood. Absolutely flushed. 16 feet to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Lining up the birdie putt here. Job done. Let's head to the next. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Oh, just missed. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
A bit too much pace on that one.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Oh, clever play that. Just get it back into the fairway. And here we are with the third shot.
Nicely done.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Ooh. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And it's Brooke Henderson on top of things. Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole Par 316. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out.
This one headed left.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Trying to save par here.
That's frustrating. 4 feet to the cup. Well, that'll avoid a number of drop shots. Well hold.
Why?
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. This dramatic finish at TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in 1, you never know, you could make it 2.
Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure. Time for the second shot at the 17th. Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Putting for birdie. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Canada's Brooke Henderson currently on top of things right now. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get at the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I might have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. One. And this putt for a final score of 78. Ouch, that hurts. Bogey putt coming up here. Bogey's not your best effort, but well played today. Well, Rich, I think it's fair to say that this player struggled with their game this week.
Not what the player was hoping for at week's end. Hopefully they can find some positives to take with them.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, or maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. This putt coming up is for birdie. Just didn't drop. It's just about 3 feet away.
This is what they have left for par here.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I was expecting you to hold that. Just 3 feet to the cup. That's frustrating. Should have made that. I don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. So a disappointing double to begin their round there.
Luke, if you're going to make a double bogey, better to make it early than late.
Oh, that was mashed. Well, what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
That's a well-played chip shot there.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
This one's dialed in. Wonderful shot.
Finally, they needed it.
Currently at +1 for the tournament. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Ooh, right by the hole. Big putt for par coming up. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Opting for the 3-wood.
Not the result they were after there.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And he needs this to save par. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the fifth here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Lookout world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background, and I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about, you know, Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again. But it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Great shot into the 7th, and a chance for birdie.
A chance to get amongst the action of the top 20 if this putt drops.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
It was on a good line. And this putt coming up for his par.
And this putt to be even with Tony Finau.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's one stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Now 5 strokes behind. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching this steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way, and a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
The old-fashioned hammer hands. That'll ruin any putter's stats. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. Okay, steady now. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by 7 after that hole. One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Whew. Yeah, golf clap, really good. 3 feet to go here to the hole. You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Getting ready to play their third. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Oh, just missed. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Birdied their last hole.
Playing their 5th shot. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Sitting at 1 over for the day. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
That's inside the range. So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Well struck. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. That's just inside the range. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
A bit long on that one. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Going with the 6-iron here. Oh, that was pure. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
Well, it's a bit disappointing. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This for par.
The putt drops. Remaining at even overall. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Nicely done. 15 feet to the cup. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? A par putt on the table. And with that putt, now even par, with the final few holes to go. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Going with the 8-iron here. Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch. Looking good.
That's frustrating. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. That was a gallant attempt. This is a bogey putt coming up.
And as we check the standings, Lexi Thompson currently holds top spot.
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Handy effort, that one. And Rich, this player is competitive, but they've got to find another way to go to the next level.
They've only had a couple of top 5s on the season this year. It's good, but it needs to get better in order to turn great and get that first win. This one heading to the bunker.
It's a chance for a good shot here from the fairway bunker. A sigh of relief. Happy to be putting again.
And now over to Tony Finau.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Thinking this putt will help them pull in front of Tony Finau. Let's see if this will add some heat to the rivalry.
Lexi Thompson currently leading the event as we head to the next hole.
One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Oh, that is bombed. Second shot here at the 18th. Going with the 5-iron here. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. And this putt is for a final score of 70.
This is on a great line.
And that'll bring his tournament to a close. So it'll be a top 20 finish for this player. Some positive signs there, but still some stuff to work on.
It was okay, but not good enough to get to the top of the leaderboard. More work ahead.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, and I would like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. I hope you're ready. An alt shot is the flavor of the day. This probably is going to be a little bit of fun. Let's do this. Alrighty, he's good to go on this one. Let's see how he does. Oh, looking good off the tee. This looks like about 120 yards to the pin. Ooh, this approach is looking like it might be short. And here we go. This is his second shot.